Well, hello there. My name is Dee Stevens from thecreatedrelationship.com, and I help singles and couples have the relationship of their dreams. I primarily focus on communication skills. I also do speaking engagements and have written the book, The Created Relationship. This video is for all my single friends. Today we are going to discuss ideas for your dating profile that you may not have heard of to attract quality dates instead of the same old, or the complete duds. I get many people complaining about online dating, and so I created an online dating workshop called Online Dating, Hate It or Love It. I also did online dating for about 10 years before I settled down, and I was getting many boring dates. I learned how to become authentic online, and it started with my profile. So grab a notebook and get ready to work on some questions to put new and unique things into your profile. So for my veteran daters, you may already know this, but dating begins with a good dating profile. Do you know that 80% of online daters lie on their profile? Let's say that what you want is an authentic, honest guy that is not afraid to really be himself. So imagine you sit down to create your profile and start with questions. First question, how old are you? Let's see. I do look much younger than I really am. So I think I'm going to put that I'm 40. Next question. What is your weight? Well, let's see. 150. I believe it's 150. After all, that's what I tell everybody. I tell everybody that I'm 150. What do you like to do? Let's see, next question. What do you like to do? Well, I like hiking and biking, and I walk along the beach. Next question. Your occupation and how much do you make? Well, I don't want to sound too rich or too poor. I think $100,000 is a good average. I am a successful entrepreneur. I think you get the idea. We think we are able to get away with small lies, but small lies turn into bigger lies. And when you go on those dates with people start to see that you are not genuine, you are not authentic, and that becomes a problem in the relationship. So to start off on a good relationship, you need to become honest about your profile. So let's get started on answering questions about yourself. So the first questions might be about your age, your weight, your income, your career, your education. I want you to be really honest with those. Don't change the age. Now you might think, well, my age is older, like I'm 45, but I really like guys who are 35. Well, you can put that into your profile in the section where you're putting more information about yourself. But for your actual age, put your right age so that you're not fooling anybody. Now weight, yeah, some people can hold their weight much better and look a lot thinner than they are. But someday you might be naked in front of that person, and there's no hiding that weight. There's no tummy tucks or anything that you can put that will hide that weight then. And just be proud of who you are and what your weight is. And income. Now, some people put an income that is more than what they make, hoping to attract somebody who makes more money. Well, Cinderella stories only come around once in a lifetime. and they don't happen to everybody. So if you're changing your income and then somebody finds out that you don't make that same kind of income, then that could be a problem. If you want somebody who makes more money, then you need to start making more money. And you will, usually people of the same incomes will be attracted to each other. So if you want to attract somebody who makes more money, then why not do something with your own self to make more money? All right, career education. Now, as far as education goes, I work in the education industry. I've known people who dropped out. In fact, there's family members of my own that have dropped out. And that doesn't mean anything. There's very famous people who've dropped out who are doing much with their life. So if you're somebody who has dropped out, don't hide it. If you're somebody who always wanted to go to college but you haven't, it's okay to put that. I want to go to college in the future. But be honest about your education. All right, next part. Interests. What do you like to do? This is where you start thinking about what things you really like to do. Now, if you like hiking and biking and all that fun stuff, then put that. But if you only do that once in a blue moon, don't put that that's an interest unless that's something that you want to do later on in life. Because whoever's attracted to you is going to want to go on hikes and want to go bike riding. And if they live an active lifestyle, they want somebody who lives an active lifestyle. So put whether you're active or not. And then if there's something that you want in your future, let's say you want to learn how to dance the tango. Why not put that in your profile? Because maybe you might meet somebody who also wants to learn the tango. And you can start off the same way, at the same level. All right, core beliefs. This is where you need to really buckle down in what your beliefs are. Now, if you are not so passionate about your values or your religious beliefs or your political beliefs, then go light on them. But if you really have certain values that you want to make sure that somebody else knows, then you better put those into your profile. And I know it's not polite to talk about religion or politics, but if you are very passionate about your religion and you want somebody who's going to go to church with you, then you need to put what your religious beliefs are. And some people may think that Christian is Christian. Christian is not always Christian in different sects. Different sects of Christianity believe some different things. And sometimes there's people who hang out on Christian.com who are only lightly Christian. And they don't do Bible study and they don't go to church every Sunday. Maybe they only go once a year. But if you're somebody who goes every single Sunday, you better put something like that into your profile. As far as politics go, I did a video about politics. Now, there are times that different politics will work. But if you are the far right or the far left and you're trying to attract somebody who is on the opposite, most of the time that's not going to work and you're not going to be happy with that. So go ahead and put your politics in. Now, if your politics are somewhere in the middle, gray area, I know mine are, then you don't have to put so many of your politics in there unless it's going to be something that comes up in the future. All right, fears. I bet you never thought about putting fears into your profile, but fears make you authentic and they make you human. If you have a fear of snakes, then go ahead and put your fear of snakes in there so that you're not attracting somebody who has 10 snakes in their basement or something. If you're afraid of getting old and never having children, maybe that's something you write in there. Because then somebody's going to know that you're ready to have children. think about your fears. What are some fears that you have that you could put in there? Now, you don't want to get... Now, I know that sometimes you don't want to put everything out there, and look like you have a lot of baggage or something like that. But a couple of fears are not going to hurt anything. They're just going to show that you are real. Goals for your future. I want you to start thinking about some goals that you might have in the next year. If you want to get married in the next year, put that you want to get married in the next year. It is okay. After all, there are just as many men who go on to sites like Married at First Sight who try out for that as there are women. People who are ready to get married, people who are ready to settle down and have kids. And that's important. And if that isn't your goal, go ahead and put that in there, that your goal is to casually date for the next year. But at least whoever's dating you knows what they're getting into. And then another thing is start putting what you are expecting in the next 5 years. If you want to move across the country, it's important that you put that, because you don't want to be dating somebody who wants to stay right here in your town because their whole family is there. So that becomes a problem later on, and it's better to be upfront about that kind of a goal. And then put what your goals are for the next 10 years. Your goals might just really mesh with somebody, and that person, it becomes attracted to you, and suddenly you are inviting the right people into your life because they see that their goals mesh with your goals. All right, and here's where you need to put something unique. What can you find that's unique about you? Maybe what's unique about you is that you climbed every 14er in Colorado. That's pretty unique. And that would definitely turn on somebody who also likes to climb mountains. The next part, what I want. Okay, be honest about age, weight, income, career. Because you don't want somebody who's going to not match up. Well, you might think that you want somebody younger because you think they might be more active. But there are people who are younger who are not more active, that like to sit on the couch and watch movies every weekend when you want to go out. Put that stuff in the other area. Interests. So here's where you're looking at what interests you want to share. If you are somebody who's out on the lake doing water skiing every single weekend, then it's going to become a problem if you get involved with somebody who doesn't like the water and doesn't want to go near the water. You might put that you want to share your interest in water skiing with that person, so that they aren't left every single weekend wondering why you're never taking them anywhere. And you also want to put what your future passions are. Like I said earlier about the whole tango thing, maybe you'll find somebody who wants to learn the tango if that's what you really want. All right, your core beliefs and the values and religious and political. If you want somebody who goes to church with you every single week, you need to put that. If you want somebody who's going to be marching alongside you politically for women's rights, then maybe that's something that you put in there too. You want to put what you want to share passions with, so that you can attract somebody who is of that same like mind as you. All right, and then goals for the future. If your goal is that you want to move out of the country, put that in what you you are looking for, somebody who was willing to move to France, or somebody who wants to travel, make sure that you know your goals and their goals are going to align. Otherwise, it does become a problem and later on. All right, that's how to create your profile. And if you need help creating your profile, I actually offer a service where I can help you. I can sit down with you. We can look at what you need, what you want, what your future is. Because maybe that's not something that anyone's ever asked you, or you've actually teased out to find out what you really want. And when you go into relationships not knowing what you really want, you're going to attract people who also don't know what they really want. All right, so that's all my information on the profile. I'll put a link to some workbook pages down below so that you can work on your own profile. And if you need help with working on your profile, I actually give a service where I will look at your profile and I will help you work that out. We can actually tease out some of those things that you may not know about already, because if you don't really know what you're looking for, you're gonna still get that same old thing because you don't know what you're looking for. And it's important that you really go into your profile and you say exactly what you want, what you're looking for, and who you are. And I actually, as a coach, can help you find those things out. And I also have a program for singles. If you feel like these are all these things that I want, but I'm not quite there, I'm not really ready to date. Maybe you're somebody who just got out of a relationship or just got divorced, and you want to really work on yourself and work on completing that last relationship before you can move forward. Then I have coaching programs that can help you. All you need to do is contact me. I will put down below a link to my action calls. You just go ahead and hit the action call, and we can set up a time where we can see if that would be a great fit for you. And put in the comments below, what is something you have found on your dates that people tend to lie about more than anything? Like I say, 80% of people are lying in their profiles. So what did you find that most people are lying about? And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.